Hey guys, this is MrCrayfish and welcome back to another furniture mod update. If you don't know, for the past 2 days I've been doing some development live streams and I've updated some of the furniture, and also I've added in some more new features that you guys are probably going to be really excited about. So right now everything in the mod has been added. So if you were getting that annoying message where it said furniture has not been added yet, that is now gone. Now this current version of the mod isn't released on my website yet, so if you're going to go over there and download it, it's not updated yet, but it will be updated very soon. Not exactly this video though. So let's go ahead and let's enter our little scene here. Kindly enter by pressing the doorbell first. And let's start with the first thing here. Not too exciting, but basically the stone path here is a lot more random now. So if I just go ahead and place it on this kind of clear bit over here, the stone path is just a lot more random. It's using the same model, but it's actually rotating it. So as you can see, it's not really as consistent as it was before, which is a lot better, and that was actually my aim for the stone path to be very random. Now ignore those particles because that's still a thing to be fixed in the entire mod for almost every single block. So yeah, that's just the stone path. I thought I'd just let you know about that. So here we are at my beloved kitchen, and two things that I've added in and they weren't in the previous 1.8 build is the kitchen counters and also the kitchen sink. So these work as they would in the 1.7.10 version, so you can place them basically however you like. You can even do an invert if you like, so it will automatically adjust like that. They were a bit of a pain to add in because they have a lot of different states. Again, the kitchen counter, you can get a bucket and get the water out of it. I'm in creative mode so it won't do it, but if you're in survival it would do. Also another thing that I've changed, and this was kind of just a slight change, is the texture inside of the kitchen cabinet, because before it was way too bright and you couldn't see that you were actually highlighting over a slot. So I've made it a little bit darker, and now you can actually see if your mouse is over a slot, which is really good. So now if you've played close attention, you may have noticed the oven at the back here, and I've given this a remodel because before I felt that the design of the oven was getting a little bit outdated with the washing machine and dishwasher, so I've decided to update it to match them a lot better. So if I go ahead and let's get out the dishwasher and the washing machine, you'll see that the design for all of these threes are very consistent. So we've got like the indicator light, and we've got the buttons at the top right there, and also the textures that we've used as well are consistent with all the three designs, so it looks a whole lot better there. You'll also notice on the inside of the oven we've got some oven racks in there, and eventually what I'm going to be doing is making it so you'll actually see the food on the oven racks there, and then the bottom rack will be the cooked food. So that will be. So let's go over to my cuddly living room over here, and before we enter, I just want to let you know that there are 3 new features in this room, but one of them is really big. So if you don't want to spoil it, I suggest that, or when I tell you, don't continue watching the video. But if you do want to spoil it and you want to get really hyped up about it, continue watching, because this change is something that, well, this new addition is something that I've wanted to implement since I actually added this piece of furniture into the game, and I've never found out how to do it properly, but now I actually have. So it's a really big change for this mod, and it's going to make this particular furniture a lot more exciting. So let's go ahead and enter the room, and I'm going to leave the big spoiler to last actually. So let's go ahead and we'll head in here. Now one thing that wasn't in this update is the couches. So the couches are now back in the game, and again you can place them as you would in the 1.7.10 version, and you can also get any dye that you like and color it. So we might get a yellow instead. Oop, get yellow, and then you can do that, all that cool stuff, make corners. You guys know how it works. Over here in the corner we've got a normal lamp. Now it does have a little bit of a retexture, but this is a new feature to the lamp, and you might be thinking, why would you just put a lamp on the ground? That is a really bad idea. But behold the infinite tool lamp. So if we go ahead and we shift and right click the top, boom! look at that. So this was suggested by people in the actual live stream that I did, and if you don't watch my live streams, I'll put a link in the description to my Twitch page where you can follow it. Now somebody gave me the idea of doing a 2-block high lamp, but then I said, why don't we just use the normal lamp, and whenever one is on top of it, let's make the model adjust to it. But also with that as well, if we place another one on top, it's going to extend to an even bigger lamp, so we can just keep literally right clicking and creating this gigantic lamp. Now that is a little ridiculous, but that is something that you can do if you want to. But we're going to take this back down. Actually, there's another feature with this, I completely forgot about it. If we go ahead and we get out a die, so let's get this magenta one. If we right click the top here, we now have a Magenta Lampshade. So how awesome is that? And it just allows for a lot more customizability, and it's also very consistent with my mod, so we can color the couches, we can also color, what was the other thing that we could color? We could color the bar stool, so if we had the bar stool we could actually put a die on top of that, but now we can actually do it with a lampshade as well, so that is absolutely awesome. And another cool thing with it is, let's just put one on here just to show kind of the effect. So if we go ahead, time set 15,000, and we right click, we can actually turn on the lamp from any block on here. So if you right click this middle one, it's going to turn on the lamp. If you right click this bottom one, it's going to turn on the lamp. Now I did just see a little bug there. We can make it magenta, turn it back to white. I'll have to fix that up, but that's probably a very simple fix to do there. But yeah, as you can see, you can right click this bottom one, it will turn on, right click again, and it will turn off. So if you did have an extremely tall lamp, you wouldn't have to like take a ladder up to the top just to turn it on. Another feature that was suggested by people in the stream was to add ornaments to the actual tree, and how I've decided to do this is to make it so you can place any item onto the tree. So let's go ahead and get out a couple of ornaments. Might also put a sword and possibly some armor onto the tree, maybe this chain chest plate or helmet I meant. And simply to put the ornament onto the tree, you just right click the top and the bottom side of the tree. So we could do there, we could do there, there, and as you can see, it is very highly customizable, so you can put whatever item on there and it looks absolutely awesome. I didn't want to just add like a simple where it just adds literally like a little render onto it. I want it to be very customizable, so you can put items onto the tree or any item of your choice onto the tree, and it looks absolutely awesome. Now, the big spoiler, and if you don't want to ruin this, you can quit now, but if you want to know what the amazing change is, and you probably guessed it because it's kind of like the last thing in this room right now, it is the TV. So I've been like wanting to be able to make proper channels where sound and the video, well, not really the video, but the animated texture are synced up together. One problem that I've always had is not being able to stop the sound, but now I've actually discovered how I can stop the sound on the TV. So if you say you were halfway through a channel and you right clicked, it would stop the sound from that previous channel and go on to the next one. So let's go ahead, and I've only implemented one channel at the moment, and I think you guys are going to really like it. Here it is. So this is the TV, and we're just going to restart it. So So there it is, that is the little video that I've made so far. So this is actually all completely made by me. I actually had to record this background with the villager in it. I've put this into my video editing software, exported all the frames from the video, and then I've compiled it into an animated texture, and then now it is displayed on the TV. How absolutely awesome is that? So if we just go ahead and restart that, let's say we're just sitting down on our TV and we're just watching the news. So it's villager news, if you saw from the title there. So what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments if you're absolutely hyped. I'm going to be creating more channels, but I'm probably going to save them for the actual release and not spoil it. So this is kind of like your first teaser for the channels, but there's going to be probably about 4 or 5 more channels depending on how much effort I want to put into this, because this single one here did take a while, but I've got a process now that is quite efficient, and I can add channels quite quickly. But anyway, that's going to end off this video today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see more of these update videos, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.